Today I'm going to tell you the news in a slightly different way. Let me know your opinion in the comments. Sony has just introduced a new camera. It's called the ZV-E Mark II. This camera is designed for bloggers and is the second generation, as the first generation was introduced back in 2021. It has been a very important upgrade because it now integrates a 26 megapixel sensor, which is the same sensor that Sony includes in its most basic model of the cinema line, the Sony FX30, and also the same sensor that the Sony Alpha 6700 incorporates. So it is a really good camera in terms of the image quality it is capable of capturing. We are talking about a cropped APS-C sensor that supports recording in 4K at 60 frames per second or in full HD up to 120 frames per second. It features a 3-inch touchscreen, a function to quickly adjust the aperture to blur the background a bit more, and comes with the new Beyond ZXR processor, which is 8 times more powerful than the previous generation. It also promises to have 30% better performance in terms of energy consumption. And along with this camera, they introduced a new lens called Sony EPS with a variable focal length from 16 to 50 mm, variable aperture from f to f, and optical stabilization. For now, Sony has not disclosed the price of any of these products, but as soon as they do, I will let you know. Realme has just given an official look at the design of its new Realme 13 Pro, which apparently will come in several models as the image reads Realme 13 Pro series. So it's likely that there will be a Pro version, a Pro Plus version, a Pro Max version, a Pro Ultra version, and who knows how many more. I'm joking, we don't know yet how many devices there will be, but we do know that it will have a really beautiful design. Continuing with the trend of the previous generation, another teaser has revealed that it will feature the new 50-megapixel Sony Litia 701 sensor for the main camera. In fact, this would be the first phone to incorporate this sensor. And for the periscope camera, it would incorporate another Sony sensor, this time the Litia 600, which is also 50 megapixels. With this, Realme demonstrates that it is heavily investing in photography for this namesake series, but we will have to wait for its launch, as they have not revealed an exact date yet. However, since they are constantly publishing these types of teasers, it is likely that the launch will be very soon. WhatsApp is introducing 2 new features. The one that interests me the most and is currently in beta is the function to transcribe audio messages. Beta Info has published these screenshots where we can see that it will be available in English, Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, and Hindi, and basically what it will do is convert the audio sent by a contact into text so you can read your voice messages. For now, it is in beta version 2H24H 15 minutes 5S for Android, but it is likely that it will be available to everyone in the coming days. And within the WhatsApp business application, you will now be able to add a note about a specific client, so you can write "this client hasn't paid," "don't sell to them anymore," or any note that comes to mind to distinguish your clients. Obviously, your clients won't find out. It's a note that you will simply be able to view among all your contacts. Both features are in the beta stage, but they are expected to be released soon in the final version. There is something that Samsung didn't tell us about the Galaxy Watch 7 and the Galaxy Watch Ultra. These watches have lost an important feature that was present in practically all watches of previous generations. We are talking about compatibility with the wireless power share feature. If you are not familiar with this feature, I am referring to the ability to wirelessly and reversibly charge devices from a cell phone. Remember that most high-end Samsung devices have this reverse wireless charging feature, which allows you to place headphones or watches that support wireless charging on the back of these phones to charge them wirelessly, but these watches will no longer be compatible with that feature. It doesn't mean they don't have wireless charging, but they are not compatible with the wireless charging that devices are capable of providing on their back. The reason is the new bioactive sensor integrated in the back, which will obviously allow for more advanced monitoring. However, due to the new distribution of all the LEDs and photodiodes, it has been impossible to maintain compatibility with reverse wireless charging. Honestly, I don't usually use that function. I always tend to charge my watch with the original charger, as I see reverse wireless charging more for emergencies because it's not really as fast as we'd like. However, it is definitely a curious fact that this new generation has lost an important feature that was present in past generations. Samsung has just confirmed that Bixby is not dead. After announcing its collaboration with Google and Gemini in such a big way at different events, we all thought that Bixby had been completely forgotten. However, it was TM Raw himself in an interview with CNBC who assured that Bixby is going to return like a phoenix. Quoting his words, he said, "We are going to make Bixby more advanced with the application of generative artificial intelligence technology." Additionally, Samsung is expected to use its own large language model called Samsung Gauss. In other words, it wouldn't depend on the GPT chat model or other models, but Samsung already introduced its own model, Samsung Gauss, a few weeks ago, and based on this model, they would improve Bixby's capabilities. This tremendous evolution of Bixby is expected to happen before the end of the year, but this has not been officially confirmed. Possibly in the next Galaxy S series, we might see a new Bixby with many more capabilities. Let me know your opinion on this format and which news you found most interesting.